Good day, we are the Group 2 and this is the presentation of our group project entitled Temperature and Humidity Sensor Data to MySQL Database. Okay, before we begin, let me introduce to you the software that we are going to use throughout this video. First, we have XAMPP to start Apache and MySQL Server. Second, we have Arduino IDE that will be used to compile Arduino code and upload to Arduino circuit board. And the last one, we have VS Code as we prepare as an editor for coding PHP.
Let's set up the database for this project and open the XAMPP control panel and start the Apache and MySQL server. Now, we will be creating the database for this project and name it as temp humid new and then create. Now let's create the table for this database. And name it as DHT11 and then create. Now we will create the column for this table. The first column is ID with the data type of big int. Let's assign it as a primary key. And also auto increment. The second column is humidity with the data type of float and the default of null. The third column is temperature with the data type of float and the default of null. And the last column is date with the data type of, let's find it, date stamp and the default of current timestamp, and then save. Now, as we can see, we have successfully been created our new database for this project.
Let's now proceed on setting up our PHP code. First, we will open File Explorer and we will look for the folder called XAMPP. And inside the XAMPP folder, we will look for htdocs folder. Inside the htdoc folder, we will create a new folder for our project and we will call it test code. And inside this folder, we will add a new PHP file using VS Code. We will name it dht11.php. And from here, we will add a function that will be responsible for connecting to the database. The next function is responsible on how we will store the sensor data in each column in the database. Next is the simple validation to prevent adding blank data to the database. And now we will invoke those functions inside the class. And as you can see, we successfully created our PHP file inside the htdoc folder.
Let's come now to the materials needed in this project. Arduino Uno, Arduino Ethernet Shield, and breadboard, DHT11 sensor, and some wires, and then also cables, USB connector, and Ethernet cable. And the last is router. So now, let's assemble.
Let's now see if everything's working, but first we need to compile and upload the code to the circuit board. And as you can see, it is compiling. Okay, now we will upload it to the board. Let's wait for a few seconds. Now we will open the serial monitor to see if it works. There you go. Everything's working. And as you can see, every 5 seconds the temperature and humidity is printing. Now we will check the database if it is saving. And yes, everything is working fine. And now, yeah, we're done.